It is Wednesday, August 17th, and you lucky people are watching and or listening to Guy's Daily Drive. Bam! And welcome everyone to Guy's Daily Drive. We're gonna talk about food. Food is what we're going to talk about. I love food. Eating is like one of my favorite things to do. I love to eat. And unfortunately, eating loves me too, because it likes to stick around afterwards for years and years and years. For a while, especially after I quit smoking, stopped smoking, I ballooned up to like 315 pounds, which now I am 6'6", so 315 on me looks a lot different than 315 on someone much shorter. 315 on someone much shorter, they're gonna look pretty obese. And frankly, it wasn't doing me many favors either. But little by little, I started to get off some of the weight. I dropped about 20 pounds to 295, where I was stuck for a long time. Then I got sick and ended up in the hospital. And my weight again went way down to about 285, and sometimes even less than that. So while I was in the hospital, I lost 10 pounds or so. And so far, I've managed to keep that weight off. In fact, on a number of occasions, I've been down to like 281, 282, but 285 seems to be the new neutral zone. That's where I seem to be at for right now. But gonna keep working on it. And one of the big changes has been diet, because the other problem that I've been dealing with has been high blood pressure, which is why I've been taking high blood pressure medicine, which has been making me sleepy. And so along with that, I've been taking my blood pressure every day, and it's generally in the 150 to 160 range, which isn't great. Though the lower number, which I'm told is the more important number, has been in like the low to mid 80s, which isn't bad for me. But what I've been doing, one of the big things I've been doing, is cutting way, way, way back on salt. And the part where it's mostly been noticeable has been in the processed foods, or not eating as much processed foods as I have in the past. For like at work, I was eating a microwave meal every day, and those are typically pretty loaded with salt, like in the 50% range plus of, 50% range of the daily recommended intake of salt. And that's just way, way, way too much. So I've been eating less processed foods and more things like I'll make sandwiches at work, or the stuff I get that is processed is in the 20 to 25% range, which still not great, but is a lot better. I've been using unsalted butter in the times when I need butter, and so far it's made a difference. My weight hasn't gone back up to where it was, and that's a good thing. So that's been like one of the big things that I've done is stop taking in so much salt and being more aware of what my blood pressure is. So last night, last night was kind of an anomaly. We had stewed tomatoes. We had corn on the cob, which was our starch. And then we each had half of about a 1 pound New York strip, so about 6 ounces of red meat, which is the other thing I've been trying to kind of cut back on. So very little or less red meat, more chicken, more fish. And it's too bad because I love hamburgers and I love steak, but can't really deal with that stuff as much anymore. So cutting back on that, cutting back on salt, and just trying to eat better. Eating better. For snacks, instead of what I really like, which is raspberry ice cream. And it's why the 1 quart that we bought last week still has a significant amount of it left in the freezer, because we haven't been going crazy on it. More fresh fruit, so watermelon, grapes, things like that, melon. And I would like to say less processed snack foods, but there's been some of that too, like popcorn, bagged popcorn, which is not great for you. Things along those lines. But all in all, just kind of balance it out. Don't just go crazy with ice cream and all that other crap. Just eat a good healthy diet, or healthier diet, and you'll be fine. I've got a doctor's appointment coming up on Monday for my right toe, which is where everyone is kind of assuming the cellulitis started. Was on a big open wound from a split callus on my right toe. And the doctor that I went to cut out some ingrown toenails that were on both sides of that toe. So I go back to see him on Monday to see how well that's doing. And then I go back and see my my general practitioner the following Monday. And we'll see how my blood pressure is in relation to everything else. I think he wants me to see a cardiologist, which I'm not looking forward to. The more doctors that you see that are specialists in one field or another, the more likely they're going to find something. I don't necessarily want them to find anything. It's like, and there's the saying that, well, it's best that you catch these things early. It's like, I don't know, is it really? I mean, if just dealing with getting older, so I'm in my 60s, just dealing with getting older has not been a joy for me, and it's probably not a joy for most people. They just don't want to have to deal with it. But the alternative is that you die young, and that's no fun either. So, considering what my life has been like up to this point, whoops, actually I got to turn here. I'm not actually all that upset with the things that I've had wrong with me so far. I can't really, I mean I do, but I can't really complain all that much. So you just kind of deal with life as it comes at you. Right now my back hurts, so I'm not going to go bowling tonight, and if that's the worst thing that happens to me today, it's still a good day. But then that's what I got for today. That's all I got. It's not much. Sorry, no Apple News. I did get a cheap podcasting kit that I reviewed on YouTube and the Mac the Future Facebook group. And it's, the microphone it came with actually sounded pretty good. It was the rest of the accessories that kind of let it down. But I don't want to get into that right now. If you want to get a hold of me, number one, don't recommend more gear. I don't need more gear unless the manufacturers are going to send it to me to review. Email addresses are guy@mymac.com and podcast@vertshark.com. My vertshark.com webpage is finally back up. I was having some problems. I couldn't get into the dashboard for it, and I still can't get YouTube and Podbean for like Guy's Daily Drive to automatically upload to the VertShark page, and I know why, I just don't know how to fix it. So that's next on the agenda. If you want to help contribute to help pay for all these crazy things that I do, you can go to patreon.com/MacParrot. You can go to coffee, ko-fi.com/MacParrot, or you can pay a pal at, what's everybody doing here? At paypal.me/MacParrot. You don't have to. I'll keep doing this whether you do or not. That's how that works. You can also find me on most weekends doing the mymac.com podcast with Gaz, and of course Guy's Daily Drive, as well as Chuck Joyner's Mac Voices. I was on last night. Kind of forgot it was Tuesday. Working from home screws me up a little bit. I don't always know what day it is at the end of the day because it feels almost like a weekend. But that is gonna do it for today. Thank you. Thank you all so very, very much for joining me on Guy's Daily Drive. I greatly appreciate the fact that you do so. And I will see all of you next time right here on Guy's Daily Drive. Whoops, bye-bye.